What is up, everybody? We are back, and today I want to talk about being the nail, not the hammer, particularly in your own business. So, I had a job to go out and change the weather stripping on all the doors in a man's home. And he has like 10 doors, and 7 of them are these double French doors. And from the get go, these doors were installed wrong. When you look at them, you can see a ton of patchwork. And I should have looked a teeny bit closer and saw all this before I estimated the whole project because it was a nightmare from the get go. For starters, the guy does not leave my side all day, and I'm there all day. I didn't leave till I think it was like 5:36 at night. And what happened is these doors were installed incorrectly. So even with the weather stripping that I put on, there's still a gap that, air can go through, bugs can crawl through. And on top of that, these doors, in order to shut them in the beginning, you have to push them really hard to get that lock to close. So as I removed the old worn out weather stripping and I put new weather stripping in, now that teeny centimeter that's there and thicker, which is what we want to be there, now none of the doors will close. So I'm adjusting strike plates and I'm carving out little holes so things will work the entire day. And it was a nightmare. And we get to the end of the day and I give him his bill and he says to me, "What? If I could make that," and now mind you, we've already discussed payment and it's less because some things happened that were different than what we expected. There was a couple doors that I didn't do. So he looks at me and says, "If I could make that money every single day, I'd work every day twice." I said to him, "Sir, that number goes into licensing, insurance, my personal health insurance, gas, trailer bill, blah, 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 the whole thing." And so he goes inside. It's 25 to 30 minutes later when he finally comes out with my check. He says, "Oh, sorry, I forgot you were out here." So that's kind of just a quick rundown of the story. But really, what I want to do is talk about the mindset that can go on during that. So I was pretty frustrated during that. That job should have took me less than 4 hours, and it was supposed to be a money-making job. And it didn't turn out that way. But during the project, as I was getting frustrated, and there was a couple times where I wanted to tell him, "Hey man, you don't owe me anything, pack up my stuff and leave." But as business owners, as men, we don't do that. We do what we say we're going to do and we follow something through to the end, no matter what it takes, especially in business, because your word is really all you have is your reputation. Then I stopped and I thought about my why. My daughter is at home and she's counting on me to build these relationships in my business so that I can provide for her in a way that I wouldn't be able to if I didn't own my own business. So these are the things that I kept in my mind that kept me cool. Now, there was a couple moments that I probably could have done things better, not only in my mind, but a little bit frustrated on the outside as well. And I probably could have kept my cool a little bit more in those instances, but these are lessons that you learn from. And there was probably a couple red flags in the beginning that I should have just taken as red flags and let this job go, but it was a job I felt I could make some good money on, and I really wanted this job, so I kind of forced my way into it. And I don't think that's ever a situation that you should do. If a job doesn't end up working out and you get that job kind of relatively easily, I think you should try to take some of those as a sign and let that job go, because there was a couple instances where phone calls were not returned, my phone calls were ignored, and I could have kind of just let it go, but I knew that this client was going out of town. I knew that this was really important to him, so I kept going until I got a hold of him and got the job. So moral of the story is some days you are going to be the nail, and other days, we all know it, we go out, we knock a job out, and we're the hammer, and we keep on pounding. But yesterday I was the nail, and instead of being frustrated, instead of coming home like I would have 2, 3, 4 months ago even, I let it go. I said, "Hey, thank you, Lord, for this job. Thank you, Lord, that I did get paid something today. And thank you for all these lessons. I'll be better for it." So that's the mindset we've got to keep. So want to let you guys know, I did get out to the St. Matthew's house on Monday, which was Memorial Day, and I donated $100 so that their front desk staff could get coffee or whatever they wanted to do. So that got done. I didn't want to make a video about it. That just kind of felt gross to me. It's not really what it's about. What it is about is my challenge to you guys. You guys met that challenge with 200 subscribers. So I wanted to give $100 to a charity in my community that does good. So that's what it was about, not about a video or recognition for it. But I wanted to let you guys know that that did get done because it was a challenge that I set and we met it. So let's get to 300 subscribers and I'll choose another organization in my community that does great things and donate another $100. So like always, like this video so other people can find it. Leave me a comment of some videos that you want to hear me talk about or some situations, whether it be mental health, anxiety, OCD, or building a business that you want to hear me talk about. And like always, share this video with somebody that you think it can help and hit that subscribe button. Thanks.